The following podcast may contain spoilers, strong language, graphic violence, and nudity. Viewer discretion is advised.
Stop it or no treat. How well do I know you?
Four guys and a movie. Four guys and a movie. Tony, Brian, Rob, and Joe reviewing movies for the show. Four guys and a movie.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the 4 a.m. podcast, the movie podcast about movies, snacks, and all things nerdy. I'm your host, Monkey Shines. Fine, Dr. Anus.
Much better.
I'm joined at the table this week by two other chimps.
I'll be Tony Kong. You can just call me TK.
No, I won't.
TK, Tony Kong.
And what's your name, little corner demon?
Oh, boy.
Better be good.
Or just John.
No.
Curious John.
There you go.
Curious little monkey.
Perfect. And today we watched The Shape of Wahlberg from 2001. Planet of the Apes. Who knew Tim Burton desperately needed to make a Planet of the Apes movie? Yeah. So who's seen Planet of the Apes here?
I have. Saw this in theaters.
Mm-hmm.
If I was there, I completely blocked it
He
out.
claims he wasn't there.
Yeah, I would be willing to bet you were, but if you blocked it out, I understand.
Yeah, I could have sworn it was those kids.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of those that you have blocked out.
No, that's
Yeah.
true.
So John has blocked out a couple.
If it was 2001, I would have had to be there, because otherwise you losers would have had no way to get there.
I'm pretty sure, according to the two of you, we have collectively seen no movies other than Jurassic Park and Crawl.
Yeah. Well, we better hurry up because this movie is seeping out of my head faster than that stuff we talked about earlier, John.
I don't want to.
Planet of the Apes. Tony, tell us about Planet of the Apes.
Oh, God. So, yeah, from 2001, directed, as you said, by Tim Burton, who brought us Mars Attacks, Sleepy Hollow, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and Alice in Wonderland. Oof, not the best. As you also mentioned, Mark Wahlberg is in this because he jumped at the chance to work with Tim Burton, but later said that the movie wasn't very good, and he blames the production company, which
What?
I agree with. No, he's apparently this movie was shot over the course of 80 days, and because Fox basically, this is one of those, this was perhaps the beginning, or towards the beginning at least, where Fox was like, here's the release date before they had anything. So, yeah, that just fucked everything up. I don't know if it would have been good, but
No.
it might have been better.
I don't think Tim Burton is capable of making a good Planet of the Apes movie.
Probably not.
This is not his wheelhouse.
Yeah, I'm gonna start with he is now, especially after watching this again, he is now officially added to the list with Michael Bay of they should not get properties.
Yeah.
They can do their own thing, but do not give them properties. It's just not for them. But thankfully, apparently since then, Tim Burton has gone on to say he'd rather jump out of a window than direct another one of these movies. So
Beetlejuice 2, everybody.
and of course we have the great Rick Baker doing makeup effects on this movie.
Yeah,
and
thanks, Rick.
Charlton Heston and Linda Harrison from the original film were both in this movie. And yeah, that's
And what part did Linda Harrison play?
Person in Cage number 5.
Okay.
She's somewhere in one of the caravans or
So
whatever.
an old lady in a cage.
I believe
Cool.
so. So, I want to guess how much they spent on this.
200 even? That might be way overblown. like that. Pile of onion rings.
Or whatever.
This is 2001 with some substantial names in it and a lot of effects work. I'll go to 50.
It was $100 million.
Really?
Okay.
Want to guess how much it made?
I'm gonna say 250. I don't think this movie did what they thought it was gonna do.
I'm gonna go 250 and a whole lot of fucking cream for the rashes that people got from putting all those prosthetics on.
Not a bad guess, but it was 360.
Okay.
Wow.
So good enough. Not enough to continue the franchise, especially after a lot of the reviews. But hey, they made some money.
I mean, yeah. How would you have even thought? Like, how would you continue that franchise? Just Mark Wahlberg making his way through the monkey legal system?
Well, I imagine it would just be pretty much
He would be like Mark Wahlberg, Luther King Jr.
aping off the originals.
This is a bomb that they're all worshiping.
Yeah, might be. I don't know. Well, no, because I guess Tim Burton didn't want this to be just a remake of the original. He wanted it to be a reimagining.
Good job.
Which, it didn't seem to go over well with a lot of people. And I think most people just didn't understand it, which is a little weird. But I guess I kind of
Tim.
get.
Save it for your oyster boys.
People
Tim.
are dumb.
So, speaking of dumb, who's in this film, Tony?
That would be, as previously mentioned, Mark Wahlberg as Captain Leo Davidson. We got Helena Bonham Carter,
Of course.
Of course.
Tim Roth as Thade,
As Tim Roth.
as Tim Roth, sure. Michael Clark Duncan
As
as
Abominus.
Tar, Paul Giamatti,
As Paul Giamatti.
and
As Chris Hansen's wet dream.
and just, a couple other. We got I forgot Glenn Shaddix and David Warner and a whole bunch of other people.
Yeah, they're all great.
They're regulars for the show.
And the rest.
Sure.
So,
What was the name of the Victoria's Secret model there?
monkey ape.
Yeah.
She was basically just there to cast incredulous looks at Mark Wahlberg. Like, you're really gonna make out with that instead of me?
Right.
I told you, they basically were like, we need to leave room between these two for Jesus, so they put her in.
She got the second kiss.
I know.
Second.
Yeah.
Sloppy second.
Yeah.
He had already put his mouth on Dirty Monkey Lips.
Because Stella Warren and is our mouth breather for this episode. And again, that was because I guarantee that was because they were like, wait, you're going to end this with him making out with a monkey? We can't have this movie end with him making out with a monkey. Well, all right, make out with a girl too.
After he makes out with a monkey.
Yeah, but this was like the saddest pity kiss you've ever seen. Well, and she kissed him.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was literally just like I'm not that he's not gay. I don't know what the word. I'm not a furry.
Oh, but he is.
Yeah.
Well, he
that's the
is.
thing.
No, I know he is, but it's like, don't worry. I totally am back on the ladies.
He's going to have a
that monkey.
90-minute YouTube documentary made about him.
But I want that
Any
monkey.
day.
I mean, just saying, I might make out with Helena Bonham Carter if she was in a monkey suit too. Just because I know what's under the monkey suit. But
Tim Burton.
that's true. I would be getting Tim Burton sloppy seconds.
Yeah.
You've had worse.
There's a reason she's in all of his movies.
Oh, yeah.
Is there a reason that other people are making out with her in all of his movies? Tim?
Because he's into that.
You
Yeah.
want to have a talk, Tim? All right. So,
He's got his things.
y'all are just crunching and I don't know what to say.
Talk about the movie.
I don't,
Well, first of all, we're going to say
first
that
half of the club. We're in
our primary note taker, Joe,
yeah.
you know,
Primary.
Yeah.
Soul.
bitched out on this episode.
he wanted to go bang a tree or something. He's probably having sex with monkeys.
He's
right
having sex
Yeah.
with a monkey.
He's
Yeah.
probably monkey loving, right?
Yeah, he's
Orangutan named Brick.
Ugh. They do look strikingly similar.
Again, don't Tim Burton and Joe don't give them a hard time. They can like the things they want to like.
Same diet of mushed bananas and
But so you'll have to forgive us. We're a little erratic.
yeah, this might be a good one to skip. All things told. So we're in space. Mark Wahlberg
So
is
glad
a
I took the
space,
time to come here and
a
record this.
space person, and he's
on a space station.
correct. He's not a space person. He's a person in space, but is not allowed to pilot spaceships because I don't know.
No.
It's 2029 and things are bad.
Now this space station just looks like it needs a hug.
It does.
It does, yeah.
It wants a hug.
but maybe like a hug and then like a maybe just quietly put a pillow over its face, kind of a.
It needs comforting in the same way you need to tell it to look at the flowers.
Yeah.
And the year is what, 2029?
9, yeah, 5 years
So
from
a
now.
far 5 years
Yeah.
from now.
Yeah. We've skipped
But-
flying cars.
Yeah, we have space stations. We have light speed travel. Maybe I don't know what.
You know what we
quite
don't
what's
have?
going on.
Animal rights.
You know what else we don't have? Computerized
Yeah,
programs
AI
to
pilots.
pilot a damn
Yeah,
ship instead of
yeah.
sending a fucking monkey.
Yeah, remote control.
Yeah.
The future is now. Strap that chimp to it.
Yeah, apparently we'll trust it to be in your car to drive your freaking Tesla or whatever to get you to the grocery store, but not to go through a space wormhole.
That's what self-driving cars actually are. There's just a damn monkey strapped under the hood,
So yeah, so we open up to
pedaling those little wheels.
there's a monkey. He's appears to be driving a space pod.
Now let me interject just for a second. We are aware that there are actually no monkeys in this film. They're all apes.
They're apes.
We're gonna be
But
saying
we're gonna
monkey
call them monkeys.
because it's funnier. Please continue.
So yeah, so this monkey, this chimpanzee, is flying his space pod, apparently poorly.
Also, I want to interject. There is one big monkey in this movie, and his name is Mark Wahlberg.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah.
But anyway, yeah, it's a simulated thing, but apparently the monkey has failed multiple times. So, of course,
Yeah, because it's
Well-
a monkey.
Well, it's not his fault, but Mark Wahlberg says, I changed the flight pattern. Ha! You can hit the fastball, but can you get the curveball?
oh, is that what I thought he said he changed the flight, but like the chimp. But okay, that makes more sense. But yeah, so the important note here is the monkey failed, so of course we're going to send him out on an actual mission now.
Right, yeah. You can't pass the test, but let's go ahead and see if he can just do the real thing. I'm sure this equipment only costs $5 or $6.
Because we've run across this mysterious electromagnetic storm in space.
So let's fire a monkey into it.
Yeah, it's not attached to a sun or a star or anything. It's just floating around there for some reason.
Yeah.
It's space-time tunnel.
So
Don't start looking for logic and science now.
Yeah,
So-
it's a
yeah.
wormhole.
Yeah.
So instead of like recording instruments attached to an umbilical, like we'll send a monkey out in a individually manned spacecraft.
That probably costs several $1 billion.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Absolutely. It's got like built-in self.
Or just get like a little, essentially like a drone, roughly the size of your shoe, and just fire it in there and be done
Yeah.
with it. But
Yeah.
anyway,
Send the monkey.
But yeah,
put a propeller on a Coke can.
to be fair, we don't know how things are handled in the year 2029.
That's true.
Might be
That's
very
true.
different.
They could,
We we did skip the scene where he brings the monkey to the monkey jail.
Yep.
I mean,
Jail.
Yeah, this is
Oh.
supposed to be like an advanced like space station where they're training these apes to pilot spaceships, and they have absolutely no like care given to them at all. They're just in like a blank white
They're in a
cell
white box.
Yeah.
with a metal grate in the front, like the puppy kennels that you see in pet stores, where the puppy's only supposed to be there for a couple weeks, but these things apparently just live in them permanently. With no,
Well, I mean, none of them live more than a couple of weeks.
Yes, probably true.
no enrichment. No bed. There's not even like a dog bed in there.
Nope.
Just like curl up on that cold, hard tile floor.
Also, though, just to add to the fun and the trauma of this whole situation,
They might get a treat.
apparently the monkey's about to be a father, and he was only 3 days away from retirement. So you kind of know what's happening to this monkey. Sorry, ape.
So we launch him into this electromagnetic storm.
Wait. How do you suppose this monkey got the other monkey pregnant?
Oh, you know how?
Through the bars, you think?
No.
Or they shoved him in the same box?
Yeah, they don't have TVs. They're like, we're going to make the
I'm
monkeys
saying,
fuck.
Do they have to share a box?
Maybe.
It's actually Leo's.
That makes more sense. That makes much more sense.
That's how the monkeys got smart.
I got your Wahlburgers right here.
Well, no, they do already mention that they're doing some kind of shit to enhance their intelligence or whatever
I
nonsense.
hope you wanted cheese on your beef.
That's right.
injection.
Breeding it to a Wahlberg wouldn't do that. That
No,
would decrease.
no. That's why the more time this guy spends training this chimp, the dumber it gets.
Would explain why there's a lot of them, though.
So this chimp kisses his wife goodbye or whatever.
One last time.
I can't wait to see my daughter grow up. Now, what did you want to see me about, boss?
We're going to fire you at the sun.
Okay.
Yeah, so they release the pod. Monkey pilots it over to the magnetic storm, and then just boop, he's gone.
Yeah. There's like no fanfare or whatever. You're just like, oh, wait. Oh, the movie started. Oh, shit. Okay.
Oh, my God, bro.
Monkey just went through the force field. Yep. All right. I guess Beast Wars is starting.
And they're the people, they're barely alarmed.
Oh, no, it's fine. It happens all the time. There's so many monkeys.
Yeah.
Like I said, those cages.
We don't have a ton of those pods, but we got plenty of monkeys, so whatever.
Mark Wahlberg's like, well, let me go out there. And they're like, no, we're just going to send another monkey.
And bringing new monkeys in. Well, here's where you're going to be staying. I see you'll notice that there are some picture frames on the wall. Yeah. I wouldn't bother.
You need some intelligence out there. You should send me. Like, we're going to send another monkey.
Yeah.
But he just nonchalantly is like, everybody, look over there. Just gets in the ship and takes off.
I'm going to go see if I can figure out what he did wrong. Run some simulations in the real pod over here.
Like 5 minutes later, one guy's just like, sir, your teenage son just took the car. Like,
Flanagan. And it's just gone.
Yeah. He's out there. He's like, I'm going to find my monkey.
Okay. I don't know what happened to the chimp, barely circling the globe a few times where he lands, but...
Yeah, well, we see at one point he disappears, then reappears, then disappears again.
Yeah.
Because apparently he is going through this wormhole storm thing.
And then Marky Mark gets hit with the zappy.
Yeah, so he lands on a planet.
Yes.
Dagobah.
Yeah, it's like Dagobah a little bit. It's, you got your full moons of Endor situation going on through this whole film, but he just lands, and as soon as he pops out of the water, there's just people, just dirty people running at him, like
a wild Chris Christopherson.
Yeah,
appears.
it's like Burning Man out there.
Best jump scare of the movie. Wild Chris Christopherson busts through the jungle.
Yeah, I don't know. Seeing that guy was kind of frightening too. The creepy one. Paul Giamatti. There you go. There was
Jesus.
in there.
Got there eventually. All right.
Thanks for letting me hang.
I didn't know what you meant. You're like the creepy one. Like there's like 5. Mark Wahlberg, Paul Giamatti, Glenn Shaddix,
the creepy monkey.
Charlton Heston.
I don't know if Glenn Shaddix is a creepy monkey. He's a Frasier style monkey.
Yeah, well, okay.
And I think we get one more flashback to the space station where they're like, we're getting a weird frequency pattern.
Yeah.
And then it's like, oh, it's replaying all of Earth's history
Oh, yeah.
back to us. And, oh, wait, here's this message that appears to be from us, except we look kind of older, and we're saying that we crashed.
Yeah, Mayday and whatnot.
And we're back to wild monkey time.
Yeah, so all these people show up, and they're running through the forest and whatever. And now we get some wire work, which is
A lot of wire
great.
work.
It's just chef's kiss. Wire work, seeing a dude in a Jack Link's Bigfoot costume, just junked around like yeah.
Well, this is part of the problem. Like, I appreciate the idea of them trying to, it's not just going to be like the old Planet of the Apes where they're just, people but monkeys, well, apes. But, like, we added more, ape-style elements to them. Like, they still occasionally run on all fours, that kind of thing.
And they have stupid helmets.
Yeah,
They do have
they
stupid
dick
helmets.
And
But-
when they're not running, they're hobbling around like their pants are full of poo-poo.
Well, that's the problem, is we can't seem to decide when we want them to be humans and when we want them to be animals.
Drunk.
And we don't have the technology to do either terribly well for a lot of this. So, yeah, you just get a lot of, like, wire work and bouncing off things.
They
And
walk stupid because they still have monkey feet.
Yeah.
They've got, like, monkey hands. But then they try and put them in boots. And you ever put boots on a monkey?
this is what I'm saying.
Yeah, you do. You lose it. It's like cutting off two hands.
Yeah, we got to decide. We got to pick a thing and go with it. Like, either they have the monkey feet and they're wearing boots and they walk normally, or they don't and they don't.
You see, Timmy's an idea man. He's less an execution man. Much
Go
more
back to the
an
drawing
idea.
board, Timmy.
Yeah, erase those feet, the shoes on the feet. So, all these humans get captured by all these monkeys.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's a real, won't you take me to Monkey Town? Because we get to see Monkey Town.
Well, I think we should also mention right about now, we also got the take your hands off me, you damn dirty human,
Oh, yeah.
because fuck you.
So, Michael Clark Duncan, bless his little heart.
Rest in peace, coffee.
Yeah, yeah. He's probably the best actor in the movie.
I don't know. I think Tim Roth is.
I mean best, not like putting the most effort in. I mean
Tim Roth he's chewing up the scenery.
Okay,
But
okay.
Well-
Michael Clark Duncan gets to keep the most of his dignity. Is that a better phrase?
Yes.
yes.
It could partially be because I don't think he moves much through the entire thing. He definitely can't move his mouth, which is crazy.
They
And
can
actually,
a little.
it kind of
but-
looks like he's wearing just like the '89 Batman cowl, and they just like flocked it. They glued some hair on there.
His neck is so thick. It's not.
Yeah,
a
you
neck
cannot
anymore.
move his head.
I will just take this time to throw in, like, I think, honestly, all the actors, aside from our male or human leads there, are really good in this. I think Tim Roth does a great job for what he's doing, because it's bananas, but it's, it's what he's
And
supposed to do.
when you got monkeys, you gotta have
you gotta
bananas.
get
Michael Clark Duncan does a
Yeah,
great
gotta
job.
get
David Warner does a great
bananas.
job.
We should have had a banana themed snack here for today. Way to drop the ball.
I got a banana themed snack. Well, cornichon. So, what the hell happens now? They collect the humans, and now we go to Monkey Town.
They sell them to Paul Giamatti.
Yeah, Paul Giamatti is he's weird around kids, man. There's no other way to say it.
He's weird around
He's
just
weird
about
around
everybody, but
But
yeah.
the kids, he's like,
Yeah.
you little.
He's got a thing.
Yeah, like you're gonna open the door and be like, oh, come right this way. Have a seat.
We know if they make a remake of Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, who to cast as the child catcher.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
What are you saying? It'd be Jim Henson would greet him at the door.
Yeah.
Be like, don't try and run. Why do you have the Zima?
Yeah. What?
What's going on, dude?
Well, is there any reason you brought cupcakes and condoms with you today? What's the deal with that?
I thought I might have to sneak them out of my ass.
Yeah. Just I just really am sympathetic towards the humans. They deserve more rights and. Sir, can I have your phone, please? No, it's updating right now. It won't work.
Where are we?
Oh, we're interrogating an orangutan about pedophilia.
Okay.
Possible CP possession.
Wait, do you hear that? The people unsubscribing in droves.
Oh, yeah.
It's okay.
Sorry about that.
And just like
Click,
it
click.
was kind of deafening for a minute. I just wanted to.
Delete.
All right.
Delete.
Yeah. So, but no, you're not wrong because even at one point, Thade has his niece there, and he kind of steps in between Paul Giamatti and her. It's like,
you are
dude,
way too close
Yeah.
to my baby monkey right now.
take your hands off her. What's going on, you weirdo? But Helen Bonham Carter shows up. She's part of the era. What was it?
The human rights.
Yeah. Well, she's that. Yeah.
Aryan race. Yep.
What? No. No, but yeah, she's for human rights, and she's upset how they're being treated. So
she's from PETA.
Yeah, she tries to step in. She gets threatened, and then she's like, "I'm gonna buy them," and doesn't. There's a lot that doesn't really make a whole lot of sense there, but whatever.
Yeah, she's gonna save Mark Wahlberg and our swimsuit model from Paul Giamatti by buying them from him.
Yeah.
And she's already like hard for Mark.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's weird.
Yeah. He's like, at one point, they've got a branding iron, and they're branding the new humans, and somebody makes the monkey doing that drop it. And Mark Wahlberg snatches it up, and then he uses it. He grabs Helena's character. What's her character's name again?
That's what I was trying to ask.
Chimpella.
Chimpella.
Yeah, it's like Ari something.
We'll call her Ari.
I
It's easy.
just
Ari.
said it before.
So
whatever.
Call her Riri.
he grabs her, pulls her against the bars, and he's brandishing the hot iron like he's gonna hurt her with it. And like while he's doing this to her, she's like stroking his hand.
And sniffing him.
It's like
Yep.
it's unsettling.
I don't know if that's part of like because I also read apparently they had to take monkey classes.
Wait, what? Who? What?
The actors, the monkey actors, of course. Ape actors. They had them like learn certain ape mannerisms and so on. So I don't know if it came from that, but HBC is like weirdly stroking a lot of people's hands and stuff and sniffing everybody and.
Yeah, that was not the appropriate like stroking and sniffing for.
Yeah. Oh no.
This man has just snatched me.
Yeah, but she does that like most of the time, and only like a third of it. No, not even a third. Far less than a third of it is like appropriate for the situation.
She is no Andy Serkis. None of these people.
No, I'm not blaming. It's just a weird choice.
Again, I'm giving it to Tim Roth. Like
he was all right.
his behaviorisms were pretty like dead on for a crazy alpha male chimpanzee.
Probably, but that was also weird because like at one point he has those guards and he's just like stroking the guy's face and like are you gonna stab him in the back or like stab him in the back?
He was making him. He was calming him and like, you're my buddy. Here's a little cheek stroke. I like you, but you turn your back on me and now I'm gonna murder you because I'm a evil scheming monkey. Or he's a little bit. Maybe he's a gay monkey. But whatever. That's fine.
It's 2029.
Well, I mean, he likes Ari, so he's got to be he's a bi.
I'm just saying it's unclear.
A queer monkey.
I'm just saying it's unclear what his intentions are.
He's questioning.
He's experimenting. Leave him alone, Tony.
He's in an experimental phase right now.
Love is love.
Yeah, no judgments. Jesus.
Love is love.
Anyway, this got off way off, and I fear where it might go from here. So, she buys some humans.
I'm not going to the wedding, but still, I just wanted to be happy.
She buys these humans, takes them home. David Warner is like, I don't know why. I don't know why you bought these new ones. They're dirty and they smell weird. And I'm having guests over, so keep them out of sight. So of course they put Mark Wahlberg right in the freaking dining hall with everybody.
Sure, yeah, well,
I
you
don't know
he's-
why.
He's got that restaurant experience. You know? You want me to flip any burgers? Or maybe just okay, dishes. Got it, dishes. Ma'am, would you like some lemon drink? I made it myself.
For those of you who don't know, however it is that you don't know, Mark Wahlberg opened his own restaurant chain at one point. Is it still going?
Yeah.
and beat an Asian man nearly to death.
Okay. That's. I mean,
But
you're not
it's
wrong.
called the Wahlburger.
I think everyone knows that.
It's
pretty common knowledge.
You would think, but just in
They
case,
had a TV show.
putting
So,
it out there.
all right.
Did anybody really watch that?
No, but people are aware of it.
So at some point, Mark Wahlberg says to, I think, Ari or whatever, if we were home, you'd be begging me for a treat right now. Or some
I think
such.
she already is.
I think she already definitely is.
Yeah.
And then there's a monkey mukbang. And I was like... I was
What?
expecting it to be like well, they're all sitting around eating whatever, and I was like expecting it to be like a Indiana Jones type. They would bring out a bunch of like human brain shit that they're eating,
Sure.
bananas, puddings, and glazed bananas, and
Well, this does kind of get into a question I've heard multiple people ask, but I have to bring it up here as well. What the fuck is the situation on this planet? We got apes that evolved into humans, humans that are a bit more
still humans speak perfect English,
underdeveloped, but they speak perfect English.
can read. And
We have horses and seemingly nothing else. No fish, no birds, no cats, no dogs.
They're not important.
No snakes. Well, but what are they eating? Like, what is? There's no.
There is fruit. They're eating
There's fruit.
That's
That's-
when General Thade slaps Mark Wahlberg over on his ass, he drops a whole basket of fruit.
Oh yeah, but that's a lot of sharp teeth on these things that are just eating fruit.
Well, monkeys have sharp teeth, and most of them just eat fruit.
yeah,
It's,
I guess.
Their teeth are made for territorial aggression, mating display against each
okay.
other and fighting each other.
Still, like, where
Not dietary.
the fuck are the animals? Anyway,
they all evolved and went to different planets. Like right above where this is happening, it's just Star Fox.
why are we not watching that movie?
The Star Fox movie? I don't know. We can put it on the list.
No, but seriously, like,
Did they really make a Star Fox
no,
movie?
not yet.
All right, good.
Soon. But
Please no.
It's gonna be awful.
probably directed
It's
by
gonna
Tim
be the
Burton.
worst thing you've
But
ever seen.
no, but seriously, if Tim Burton's like, I don't want this to just be a remake, I want it to be a reimagining. How awesome would that be if he landed on the planet and Mark Wahlberg looking around was like, wait, where are all the chickens? And then we just slowly pan up and we see a bunch of chickens floating through space. They're now flying spaceships or something. Just completely go off track. Like, let's do it.
The answer, Tony, is they put all their money into prosthetic makeup
Yeah.
and special effects and monkey behavior classes and didn't have any money left
You could do
over
that with chickens.
for animal wranglers.
You could do that with chickens. No, they're not animal wranglers. Like, put Michael Clark Duncan in a chicken outfit, and have him fly a spaceship and shoot at whatever.
So should it just be like?
That'll be no, Michael Clark Duncan's not with us anymore,
Yeah.
so that can't happen.
So just be him bare chested, but with like, basically from Always Sunny, when they did the wrestling outfits, just with like a little beak over his.
Not what I was
Nick
thinking,
face.
but you know what? Why not? Might as well.
All right, back to the movie.
Cluck.
So they're having this philosophical debate about
Call.
humans and how intelligent they are and whether they should have rights and if they have souls. And General Thade just like grabs Mark Wahlberg and fucking like puts him down across his lap and pulls his mouth open with his nasty monkey fingers. It's like, is there a soul in here?
And
I don't know.
HPC's looking at it like, I didn't know I could just do that. Like, I could get my tongue in there. Like,
Wow.
She was looking rather
Yeah.
intrigued.
she wants some of that. I'm telling you.
And so she's like all offended by the fact that General Thade did that and storms off. And this is when we learn that General Thade wants to bang her because he looks at her dad and her dad's
And he
like,
wants to bang him, so he's like,
hey,
next best thing.
yeah. No, but he looks at her dad, and her dad's like, yeah, go for it, dude. He gives him the nod.
You can go to a room, just leave the door open.
I don't even think he was.
Probably not.
The eyes don't work anymore, but I like to feel the vibration in the house.
Oh, jeez.
Now, I just have my note at this point just says monkey shenanigans, so I don't know exactly
Very helpful.
what that was.
I will say, well, while we're around this area, this part of the problem with this whole movie is Tim Burton's really good at a lot of visuals, and he has a very unique design style. None of that is displayed here. Because everybody, humans, they're just wearing drab shit rags. And then the apes and stuff all just have the same like uniform military garb, really. Aside from a few, but like the senators and whatever. And then like the buildings are all just tree forts that seem to be connected, like the Ewok village. Yeah. So like half the time I don't know where we are, what we're doing. It's just gray and dark and gross.
It's like poetry, it rhymes.
That doesn't apply here, but okay.
I don't know. I thought Monkey Town was pretty alive
legit.
And vibrant.
Yeah, I would want to go there.
It's not bad, but
at one point I felt like we were at the Ewok village after the battle for Endor.
Yeah, no, it's not
having a big party.
It's not bad, but it's not terribly interesting. And if it's not done well, like you get, like I said, where they're running for their lives, but they seem to just be going in circles. I don't know. I assume that must not be what they're doing, but I couldn't tell you.
Because the city's designed for monkeys that can like brachiate around everywhere.
And they sure
Again,
do, by the way. They have these monkeys flipping and dancing and jiving all over the place.
Yeah.
Walking on ceilings, and Helena Bonham Carter's like hanging off the walls and shit, and you're just like, this is like, I need a nap from this shit. More stuff happens. More monkey style things.
Jesus Christ, this is going to be unlistenable. Yeah, basically, Mark Wahlberg breaks everybody out. The mouth breather is like, I need to get my dad and whatever.
Mouth breather.
The supermodel.
Why is she a mouth breather?
Because she just stands in the back the whole time going...
She had nothing to do with it.
I know. I'm not blaming her, but like that's the character.
Why she was in it?
Because otherwise, Mark Wahlberg was gonna fuck that monkey.
Yeah, because otherwise this movie would get an R rating.
Exactly.
Yeah, we can't have whatever's going on here.
Exactly.
We need to put a human in this movie.
Yeah. Again, I don't blame her. I don't necessarily know if she's a good actress or not, but like,
have you seen her in anything else?
I don't think so.
There you go.
If I looked like her and I looked around,
that is my point essentially. But
yeah, if I looked like her and I looked around and Mark Wahlberg, like the only eligible man, was a furry, and like onto this Helena Bonham Carter character, my mouth would be agape as well.
Yeah. Again, I don't blame her, but that's the character. Point is, she's like, we need to get my family. So they break into a couple other places. They get the family. They steal a child. They're on the run. Eventually, Michael Clark Duncan spots them as they hide in some caves as they're trying to get away. So now, like, the jig is up. Everybody knows she's helping humans. And they run off to...
And so is the butler.
Wherever. Yeah, her butler.
Both the human butler and the gorilla butler. Who the gorilla butler is apparently a former general. Who knew?
Yeah. Well, it's a gorilla. It seems to be
it's just really
pretty much just how it goes.
It's just really nice to see. Changing hearts and minds. So, more monkey shenanigans happen.
Call him Alfred.
Yeah, I won't. So they're like running through the town now.
We got past that.
Yeah, but I want to talk about the weird sex thing that
should have kept notes.
The big blobby guy is doing. I did, but they're not.
So yeah,
they're not legible.
On their way out, they do run through the bedchamber of this big fat orangutan
And he is about to.
It's Otho from
He is
Beetlejuice.
about to rock, and I salute him.
Yeah, he brought this prostitute with him to the Senate
Is
dinner.
is it a prostitute?
He's a fat guy with a
Well,
thin,
hey,
attractive
hey,
woman.
hey,
I'm
come
just saying.
She wasn't even. Yeah, she wasn't even another orangutan. She was like
Yeah,
one of the chimps.
Listen, hey, you know.
he's paying for it. I'm sorry, he's
So-
paying for it.
So we know they're down for interspecies stuff
Yeah, that's
already.
well. Yes, it's true. I guess you know.
So I guess the human's not necessarily that far of a.
It's yeah, you
Still-
know.
that's still pretty far.
An argument could be made. So yeah, this prostitute, I guess, is she's getting
That's my thing.
she's getting wild. Like,
She's about to do the dance of 1,000 veils.
oh yeah, she got her chimp tits out and everything. It's pretty. It's pretty harming.
Did you just go?
To your soul.
No, it was whatever the opposite of cum is. That's what I did.
You shit yourself?
Yeah, maybe. I may
His
have.
testicles
Yeah,
retracted.
they retracted and pushed
so
everything
they
out
pushed
the other
everything out the back door.
Make
dear
room,
God.
fellas. We're taking shelter for now. There's monkey shines afoot.
But yeah, so yeah, Otho orangutan and this woman chimp both jump on the ceiling.
It's hot.
Uh,
I don't know. There was
we also get to see Paul Giamatti bathing or whatever.
yeah, it's a whole bunch of like just watching.
He's hanging upside down, mashing flower petals into his armpits.
Yeah,
It's
like a Benny Hill sketch.
yeah, he's naked, which is that's great. And I'm trying to think of words to describe this costume, other than balding somehow all over. It's I don't know. It looks like he just looks worn through.
He looks mangy.
His mangy.
Yeah, he's a weird
She's-
little
he's
creeper.
Supposed to be, like Paul Giamatti. Come on.
I will also take this time to say, yeah, like say what you will, but I think the effects for like the costumes and stuff are really good.
Yeah.
Rick Baker did a great job. All right.
I don't know. Like I don't feel like they're that much. Yeah, I don't know.
What?
They're
Were you gonna
alright.
say that much better than the original?
No?
Because they're so.
No,
much
they're better than the original.
Yeah.
Just thinking of other dumb films. Or, I don't know. Whatever. It doesn't matter.
What are you gonna compare it to that short where the kids on the bicycles getting hit by trucks or whatever?
Oh yeah, definitely that. Yeah, no, the time of the apes, that episode.
You don't think they're better than that?
No, they're better than that.
Yeah.
They're just not as good as I was hoping. I don't know. Like, the noses look weird on a lot of them. Their faces are too human for some of them. Not all of them, but like some of them.
Okay.
The gorillas, for the most part, look fine, I think. But for a lot of the monkeys, especially Paul Giamatti, just
Well, yeah, Paul Giamatti was that. That whole thing was just gross. But I think that was intentional. So
all right.
Yeah.
So
The prosthetics let their human expressions come through very well.
I will.
It
Yeah.
was well done
oh,
makeup.
that's right. Human expression. That's what I have a problem with.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, I will say that's the one thing I noticed. I think Paul Giamatti's makeup effects were probably the weakest, but he also seemed to be able to do the most emoting with his face, so that's probably
yeah,
why.
That's also a problem.
Yes,
Because you got
and
Paul
you know,
Giamatti face with patchy orange hair, and you got yourself a bad time. Like
you say so.
He should be on the dark web.
Oh, he is.
Every day.
He's a creepy pasta. So yeah,
So we were running away.
we're running away.
So they run out to the Dagobah swamps because Mark Wahlberg wants to retrieve his little packet thing he brought with him because it's got a gun in it. Nice future laser gun. You got to have that.
So this gun sucks, first of all. It fires slow. It fires balls of light that move slowly.
Oh, we
Quad
probably
laser.
should address the fact that General Thade got here first.
Sort of.
His two guys,
Yeah.
two of the guerrilla soldiers, found the crash site
Oh, that's true.
and told him about it. Yeah, and he came here
Yeah.
and he was like, "Oh, good job, guys! You're the best." And gives them their little monkey stroke to be like, "Yeah. He strokes their monkey."
Yeah, I'm gonna give myself a little more.
Be like, "Good boys. Now stand here and watch, and I'm gonna go back over here and don't turn around and watch what I'm doing."
I'm not taking ninja stars.
And he pulls out these giant fucking ninja stars that he holds in his little monkey fists, and then just launches himself at these two from behind,
Yeah.
and
Takes them both out.
and monkey pounds them to death with his giant ninja stars, so that they can't tell anybody else about
And I just
what they found.
I just want it to be noted that I didn't miss that. And Rob, you better not be monkey stroking yourself or monkey pounding yourself under the table right now. This is why we make you wear boots. So you can't use your monkey feet to do that.
Forgot about my monkey tail.
Fucking bastard.
And I'm gonna monkey shine.
That's right. That's right.
But yeah, so
Shock the monkey.
yeah, Thade doesn't know about the pod yet, but he knew about. He saw like the destruction basically of where it came through the jungle.
Yeah, and the guy said, "I saw it fall through the sky
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a fireball." And we don't know why General Thade reacts the way he does at this point, but he kills them so they can't tell anybody else.
Yeah, which is weird.
Well, it's weird religious stuff. It's basically we know he said before, it's come up a few times. He senses there is something definitely off or different about this guy because he knows he is a man beyond the stars, and that's there's
Well, he
tales
does
of
now.
that and whatever.
He does now. This is where he starts putting two and two together.
Well, he said basically from the beginning, he keeps eyeballing him because he knows something's weird. Then because of this he
one's
knows he's a man
trouble,
from
yeah.
beyond the stars. And, it gets deeper and deeper as we eventually find out from his father that there are tales that, their great-great-grandfather or whatever said that there were people that brought them here from beyond the
Ancestor.
stars, and they, used to enslave them and so on and so on.
So that's really cool. And then, what happens next? Human shit, right?
So Mark
Whole lot of
Wahlberg
shit.
dives down to his pod in the swamp, gets his packet, gets his shitty gun that we were just talking about.
And he's like, we're going walking in the woods now, or I'm going to shoot you fuckers.
Yeah, and then
Well, yeah, it's more. This is when they get jumped by Paul Giamatti and a couple people, and I almost said Mark Hamill, Mark Wahlberg, shoots at them. The guards run away. They capture Paul Giamatti. Fucking whatever. It's a whole thing.
Yeah, so they have hostages now. That's the word.
yeah, and then so they're about to head off, and now they've got a good weapon to use against the forces that are trying to hunt them down.
But Monkey Butler's
And, yeah.
not having that shit.
He's like, "Fuck you! I'm snatching that and smashing it on a rock,
That's right.
so you can't use it against us,
So there you go.
you filthy human."
You dirty guy. I've ruined everyone's chances.
Well, to be fair, at that point, he just thinks he's, a bad dude, and is looking out for his charge, as it were.
Sure. And then what?
What does it say in your notes, Rob?
Well, let's see.
Then we walk to Mordor.
Crying baby.
Sure. I don't know what the fuck that is. I'm guessing from 5 scenes ago.
You probably.
Yeah, we're basically now we're trying to. He's got the pack. He also, in addition to the gun, he's got this sensor that tells him the station is trying to contact him. They're nearby. He's just got to walk to Mordor to get there. So they're off on an adventure now, following the signal so he can get help. A whole lot of nonsense about Thade. This is where he's talking to his father as he dies. His father tells him about, Starmen.
And who plays his father?
Charlton Heston, and nobody gives a shit.
I give a shit.
He does a damn you.
Yeah, he does.
Damn him to hell.
Damn you to monkey hell.
Which, as you nicely pointed out, what's your hell? We don't know.
Lots of water.
Ooh,
That's what I was saying.
Lakes of
Yeah, we forgot
water.
about that part in the
That's what I.
pod scene when Mark Wahlberg's about to dive into the water to retrieve his gear. Ari, is that what we decided her name
Sure.
was? Yeah, Ari, Helena Bonham Carter's character, freaks the fuck out. Like, starts losing her shit.
Yeah.
And they're like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And then she's like, we drown in water. It's like...
What do you drink?
So you're monkeys, but you're also retarded?
It's like,
I know you're monkeys, but do you have rabies? Like, what the hell?
Yes.
rabies does make you afraid of water.
I know, that's why I said that.
Dude, that would be great if that's it. They're all born
They just
with
all
rabies.
have rabies.
But it's probably not even all. It's just
But no,
her,
it's
because
like-
she's the one that's, like, irrationally afraid of this.
Yeah, but like as far as I know, apes can swim.
Eh.
Why can't these apes?
Even if they can't, again, she acts like it's going to jump out and bite her.
Well, she was concerned for Mark Wahlberg. She didn't want him to die.
Well, OG Ape, whatever the hell his chimp ass name was, he probably was born in captivity, so maybe he never experienced swimming. So he didn't know how to swim.
Could be.
So, but, you know, it would have been just like grafted into their DNA that they can swim. But
Yeah, it's like doggy paddle.
Yeah, actually.
But you throw a dog in the water and it just fucking goes.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Like,
Even sloths can swim.
like they couldn't build boats. Like, so that's their
They
thing.
haven't discovered the water wing.
Yeah, again, their level of technology. Sorry, all level of technology in this movie is weirdly off balance. Because again, we have fast and light space travel and laser guns, but we're still sending monkeys in as test pilots.
Well,
So
we don't want to waste an expensive computer.
or a Mark Wahlberg, I guess.
Right, or a Mark Wahlberg. They sent the one that scored higher on the test.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah, they're afraid of water.
Wahlberg didn't even spell his name right.
But yeah, Charlton Heston weirdly has to have a whole speech about how terrible guns are and how humans used to enslave monkeys.
He didn't say that they're terrible.
They're terrible.
Yes, he did.
He
He's
just
like,
said they're powerful.
yeah, this is their
Wow.
power.
This is where their power comes from. Their innovation and invention.
And then he got up out of his bed and he started singing, ooh, 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 I want to be like you, ooh, ooh. I want to root like you, toot like you, shoot like you, ooh, ooh. Wow.
All right.
And visually now I'm just wishing we had a Christopher Walken orangutan in this
No.
movie.
You think you want that?
I
but
do.
Then you get it and it's no good.
I know, but I've also seen this movie where none of it's good either, so let's do it. Anywho.
Australopithecus.
So yeah, so it's revealed that General Thade's family has been handing down this secret from generation to generation for like 2,000 fucking years about, you know, the original monkey that came from the stars and that humans were once upon a time the ones in charge.
It is our monkey test pilot. Is his great
It was one of the monkey one of the crab. Well, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but
Well, they don't. They're not that explicit, but I can guarantee when we find out he's going to be a father, that's to let you know that that's what started this shit. I mean, why else would you mention it?
Yeah, it was probably like a Cain and Abel sort of deal. Maybe like his son turned out evil.
Yeah.
maybe.
Anywho,
I don't know.
But all right,
there's
so
a lot
now-
of problems with that we'll get into later. But, so, yeah, Thade then talks to the Senate. He declares incompetency so that
Jar
the
takes over.
so the Sith can take over or whatever and declares martial law.
Yeah, he gets full total
Wow.
control to be able to put the humans back under control.
There's a whole lot of nonsense of like they got away. They're on the run. We found them. They got away. They're on the run.
And now we get to a military camp that they got to get past.
And this is just... Why? Why? He's like... They say, we should really go around. He's like, no, fuck that. We're going straight through.
They
don't have time
They
for-
all dump their XP into stealth, and they want to show off.
Why?
I just told
It's not that big of a camp. Go like half a mile that way. By the time they realize you're there...
Mark Wahlberg,
That's right. It's
he's
there.
got a hard on to get to his buddies in their ship and get home. So he's like, fuck it. We're going straight through.
But you don't have to go 10 hours away. Just like half an hour. Not even.
Obi-Wan wouldn't do that sort of nonsense. He'd go through
Basically
that gate.
just on the outskirts of this thing. You'd bypass
Tony,
all of it. Yeah.
one does not simply just walk into Mordor.
But that's what they do here. They do walk
They
into
swim
Mordor.
into Mordor.
They run through Mordor and they swim into the ocean. Anywho.
So there's this river that they're camped by that they're like, oh, if we get across the river, they won't follow us because they're all afraid of water.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ari and the gorilla butler and
Apes can't make
Paul
boats or
Giamatti are all
bridges.
like, hey, what the fuck are we going to do?
Drown.
Like, no, we're going to put you in the back of a
It's
horse.
like, you're going to be on a horse. Horses are great swimmers.
You're fine. And I
You'll be
Like,
fine.
how
Again-
have we not figured that out by now?
also, more importantly, how did none of the apes that are watching this go, oh, wait, the horse can do that? We still got horses. Let's get on these
Yeah,
horses.
we've got more horses.
we
can
can
just follow.
just follow 'em, Yeah.
No, I think it's magic.
Apparently.
Wahlberg magic.
But yeah, Wahlberg really fucks up here because Michael Clark Duncan's tent gets burned with his not effigy, what
Shrine.
shrine. Thank you to
Well, there
the
was
great
like an effigy
ape
in
gods. Well, that's what it became. But yeah, he prays to the gods. It's very important to him. But Mark sets it on fire, so he's like, "Fuck this guy!" And now I'm pissed, and starts flinging fiery
They
rocks
throw
at
their
him.
fiery poop at them.
Yeah.
They pick up these like lacrosse
It's
things.
so silly.
Yeah, whatever this is.
Highlight gloves. or
Light
whatever.
they light some rocks on fire and fling them at them.
They're hucking flaming shit.
Not-
And it's dumb. And
And
they all
Helena
make
Bonham
it-
Carter falls off her horse.
Yeah, also none of this matters because ultimately everybody gets across. HBC, yeah, does have to cling on to Mark Wahlberg's back as he heroically swims her across while everybody's throwing fire at them.
And she's so fucking monkey
whatever,
strong,
fucking-
she like digs her fingers right into his shoulders.
Yeah, that's when she left the claw marks on his back.
Yeah.
Anyway. No,
4 sets.
yeah, we come over some mountains. We see some scarecrow thingies because they're trying to keep humans away because this is like
This
the
is
Holy
Yeah,
Land.
the monkey Holy Land.
But
I think Burton made Carter give him a foot job.
in the outfit,
In the
yeah,
costume.
Yeah, no,
Probably.
I'm certain that they had
Or did he make her do it to somebody else and he watched?
both.
Okay.
1 foot on Mark Wahlberg, 1 foot on
Oh.
him.
Not Mark Wahlberg. No, kidding me.
I'm recording.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah. As we get there, we find out the holy place for the monkeys. Turns out it's the crashed
How did
space
anybody
station.
find it if it's past this river that nobody can cross?
Because there's a way around the river. They just didn't fucking bother with it. That's how they all got there.
Curses.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's the crash space station.
Yeah.
Mark Wahlberg's like, "Oh, this is all my fault. They came looking for me."
Which,
They crashed?
well, yeah, that's.
Yeah, they got too close to the magnetic storm and they crashed the ship.
Yeah, it sounds like their fault.
But how?
The sad thing was they weren't looking for him. They were trying to get the
they're
monkey
trying to
back.
get the monkey back. It's an
But
expensive
also
monkey.
how?
What?
How?
How what?
It's like, oh, we
How'd
saw-
they do that?
We saw two.
It's a space station. It's
It could-
stationary.
It could have
It's not
retro
saying that
rockets
we
on it.
saw that it has rockets on it. They use the rockets in the movie.
Do they? Oh wait, yeah.
Yeah,
they
that's
do.
what
Yeah.
the scene
Okay,
that
but
we're
that-
building up to.
Yeah, right.
So yeah, it
It
does
has
have.
to get. It has to get into space somehow. What are you talking about?
Yeah, but you don't. Well, all right, whatever. Fucking, I don't care. Anyway,
We built a
And
space station,
so-
and now Superman is going to throw it into space. For
Yeah,
us.
so perhaps we've been mislabeling it as a space station. It is a spaceship. Just a weird shaped
Yes.
spaceship.
but yeah. In the Holy Land, they're calling it Kali Ma because of the partially obscured sign that says "Caution Live Animals."
So at no point did any ape brush the dirt off the rest of this friggin' sign.
nope.
Apparently not. Also, Kalima. Kalima.
Yeah, I'm down for it.
And yet, not one of these damn apes ripped a man's heart out.
Oh, that's not true.
Kalima.
Helena Bonham Carter.
She did steal Mark Wahlberg's heart.
I think it's more the other way around, but
No,
I'll
she
give
wore
it
him
to you.
down. By the end, he was
Oh
down.
no, he was down for it, but I think she's crying, if losing a few more tears over this parting ways than he is. That's all I'm saying.
But she still stole his heart.
Doesn't matter. So yeah, he sees the SOS message or whatever about the station's gonna crash and all because of the storm, and then about the monkeys. Sorry, apes. They're
revolt.
uprising. Yeah, which we don't get to see any of that stuff other than a face of someone saying it's happening.
There's the lady that was in charge of all the monkeys in the lab.
It's a real show.
She's, I
don't
raised
tell,
him myself, and now he's killing everyone.
but also don't show.
Man.
Yeah. So she raises him to be a murderer.
Yep. Bad job, lady.
Yep.
Yeah.
You're a
come on.
terrible mom.
Yeah, you should never tease these monkeys. Oh God, now they hate me.
Is that because the whole thing was like he does talk to her in the beginning, and she's all like, "I don't need no man.
I got my monkeys.
in bed.
Oh, okay.
I'm in the bed." So she taught that to the monkey. She probably like demoralized him for being a man monkey. You're bad.
I'm guessing it's more of a, she was a very soft-hearted person, so she did not have the, the wherewithal to discipline them, and so
Please don't kill that person.
monkey uprising.
Oh, monkeys will be monkeys.
Which, this is going to be an issue later on. I'll get into more, but anywho, for right now, yeah, Mark Wahlberg's crying over this whole thing. For some reason, all the humans show up on the planet, I guess.
They've heard about Space Jesus, and they want to come see
the
him.
end of the
How
movie.
again? Yeah. Oh, yeah. For movie's sake, I understand, but apparently, word travels very fast amongst the
People with no
Oppressed.
ability to communicate.
oppressed people that can't travel very well and everything.
Maybe they have smoke signals.
Yeah, there you go.
Sure. Mark Wahlberg makes some comment about like you need to tell them to go back. And she's like, "Go where? They left their homes because of you." I'm like,
Back to their homes.
Back to their
Back to their
homes.
homes that they
Like,
left.
fucking idiot.
They still got mortgages they got to pay on their shit.
There were a few like right in a row there that were like that. Another one that's coming up is when Michael Clark Duncan goes, "Halt! Come forward and show who you are." I'm like, "What? You fucking! You can't tell them to stop and move forward. Fuck you." Anyway, yeah. So there's a whole, there's a fight of brewing. The army of apes
General
shows
Feed
up.
is leading his army of gorillas and chimps, and
Yeah.
I don't think the orangutans really don't fight.
No, it seems
No, their tits would get in the way.
Yeah, it does seem to be kind of like a weird class thing with that, but I don't. Whatever.
But yeah, so his whole army's coming, and then
HBC at one point tries to have a chat with him to try and smooth things over, but he ends up branding her hand. So now she's just another outcast.
She's a traitor to
Yeah.
monkey kind.
She is a traitor. Wah wah. Mark Wahlberg realized, there's still fuel in this ship for whatever reason, and he can
it's a
still fire a
nuclear
thing.
reactor.
Sure. So he can still fire off these rockets. So he comes up with a plan.
Are they entering and exiting this thing through the
Yep.
thruster?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Because when he goes in it, it
Yep.
looks very much hollowed out. Like there's no equipment left.
Yep.
There's no pipes. There's
Yep.
no cables. There's
Yep.
no nothing. It's just a big empty space.
Also, if all this were accurate, I'm pretty sure that means when they go into this thing,
It would be
just come
hot
out
as fuck.
Well, that too, but they also would just go out into probably like a big oil drum or wherever the gas was or whatever powers this thing.
Nuclear
Yeah, or
reactor.
nuclear waste or whatever. But whatever.
Well, I think the nuclear part is supposed to supply the electrical power to the ship. They still have separate fuel.
Yeah, but it still should be somehow piped into these things and not have other exits.
The engine should be enclosed.
Whatever.
Yeah, like it's there's that tube
Whatever.
just fills the entire ship with fire and it just goes out.
Yeah, whatever.
Propelling it. There you go. That works. That would work.
So yeah, they have a whole face off. He tricks a bunch of people to run towards them, fires the rocket. We see a bunch of apes go flying
We
through the air.
see a bunch of monkeys.
This was the highlight of this movie for me. This weird dust cloud of just monkey bodies falling from the sky.
Yeah, just carcasses flying everywhere.
Which way too many of them started getting up, which is just utter nonsense. But hey, whatever. Apparently, like, death means nothing here, so that's also when I start checking out.
Yeah, they all have cancer now though, so. So the humans come in and they like finish off these monkeys and whatever.
Till the monkeys come in and start finishing.
And then
humans.
wave 2 of the monkey army starts piling in.
Right. It's like, oh, you forgot I was here.
And they're like, oh damn, we're fucked.
And then Thade is like, hey, I just saw fire come out of that tube. I'm going to walk in it.
Well, no, first he says, hey, you're Mark Wahlberg, and I just remembered I could tear your face off your skull. So he knocks his ass to the ground and starts doing just that.
Yeah.
When another explosion in the sky happens. And
Space
down
Jesus
comes
number 2.
Oh, that's right.
Space Jesus.
That's right.
Terrible.
Yeah.
So everybody, all the apes bow and stop fighting. I don't know why the humans do.
Because they're like, what the is that a monkey? Is that a space monkey?
I don't know. I might just be like, they're distracted. Stab. But
It's the monkey god. They gotta show their reverence too.
yeah, Pericles shows up, lands this little pod, and
Yeah, everybody thinks it's the second coming of whatever this simian god
Until Thade beats the shit out of him.
is. Well, yeah,
well,
we're getting there.
He first runs into
Let's get there fast.
into the ship for whatever reason.
Because he wants to see his kids.
Yeah, he's
All right.
looking for all of his
Sure,
friends, his
sure,
family.
whatever.
But
His
but Mark
bitch.
Wahlberg takes him out of the pod, and they're like holding hands. They're like, "See, we're buddies."
Well, also, Mark Wahlberg fakes that a little. Well, I mean, he doesn't fake that, but like, I think he's just more interested in getting his hands on this other packet to grab another gun. Which
that
why
too.
they loaded a gun in with the monkey, I don't know.
It's probably just the standard survival
equipment,
pack. Yeah,
sure.
like the Joe would know more about this shit, but the
All right, monkey.
Air Force, the fighter pilots all have like if they need to eject, there's a packet that they have that has
Yeah.
a little survival
Here's a
breakdown
What?
survival
Deck of
rifle.
cards.
I'd be willing to
gun with-
bet if the Air Force or whatever were to send a monkey up in one of those ships, they might take a few of those things out to save some cash. But anyway,
You get a deck of cards and a gun with one shot left in it.
yeah.
You know what to do, man.
One shot.
Here's some whiskey.
Anywho, yeah, we all kind of go running into the ship. There's a big battle where Thade is just beating the crap out of Mark Wahlberg, which he should so be dead like 10 times over.
Yeah. Mark Wahlberg gets the gun for a hot minute and then loses it, and then Thade is just beating him like a monkey beating a...
Before that, even like this, again, one of many problems here is this movie, and a few of the critics I think even said this, like you can feel the PG-13 rating because the level of strength of these apes varies drastically for no freaking reason. At one point, it's kind of cool, unfortunate for this one dude, but like we see one of the gorillas like picks a dude up and just kind of like punches him in the spine and breaks his back.
He doesn't even punch him. He just puts him in like a half Nelson. Where
yeah.
He's got him in a front headlock, like where the guy's back is to him, and he just reaches down and like puts his hand in the middle of his spine and just breaks his back.
But then
Story about that too.
Then you have like chimps just like on Mark Wahlberg just punching him in the face, and he's just like, "Oh, I got a little scratch in my chin or whatever." Like,
So
It's
there,
plot armor.
yeah.
so there's a sequel novel to Willow, written by George Lucas and Chris Claremont.
Yep.
Okay.
I've read it.
So you know the part where Willow breaks a 10-year-old child's back and kills him
I don't remember.
with his bare hands.
What?
I don't
Why?
remember that.
Yes.
But there was lots of fucked up
Yes.
stuff in those books.
Why?
Because this kid is traveling with a pack of death dogs. And even though and the description is this boy that Willow brought into the world, but it does not explain what that means.
Okay.
And Willow holds him and breaks his back with his bare hands.
Whatever.
Because in that book, Willow is much more like a fantasy, like a Tolkien dwarf than like the
They change his name
like the
and everything.
Nelwyns. That yeah, it's like Drumheller or something.
Thorn Drumheller, yeah.
All right.
All right. Anyway.
We can have a book podcast on it.
I just find a 10-year-old kid.
So, Pericles
Like
here.
Bane with Batman.
Warwick Davis.
Pericles here jumps on Thade at one point, and Thade just kind of throws him against the wall.
Oh, he wrecks this monkey.
I'm like, that's your family, bro.
Not my family.
No, yeah, probably your family. Most likely your family. Anyway, so Pericles is like bleeding out and climbing into a cage somewhere.
He's like, I'm gonna go back in my bunk.
Yeah. I don't feel good, Mr. Stark. Or Mr. Mark, I guess. But yeah. So yeah, there's the whole struggle with the gun. They jumps after it and grabs it, and he's like, I got the power now. But Mark Wahlberg does a little trick and closes this door that we saw him open before. That is apparently bulletproof, laser
It's
proof.
like a blast shield. Yeah.
Which, and now here's my problem. He had that video of the people saying the monkey uprising's happening. And when they got there, that shield was down. How did why, what? Like, was no one on the other side of that? Wouldn't they have to be to do that video? How did the monkeys get through? Anyway.
I'm confused. Did I miss something?
Yeah, when they go in the ship, there's that one room that's closed off, the control room.
Okay.
And Mark Wahlberg has to go over and like hit a thing to open the splash shield. Then they go in. That's where he sees the monitor and everything, and all the lights come on, whatever. And that's where he finds the videos of the distress calls and whatnot.
Yep.
And then later we find out that apparently the splash shield, once he puts it down, is strong enough to stop their lasers and a giant, super intelligent monkey, ape. So when was that put down? Why was no one on the other side of that? If that's going to protect them from these monkeys going crazy and killing everybody, or if they did, how did the monkeys get through to kill them?
Maybe they just died in there. They'd starved.
I guess whatever. Again,
Or maybe the monkeys put it down before they left.
Or maybe the monkeys talked their way in.
well, no, because I know it wouldn't be down.
They sent in their thirst trap monkeys. They're like, hey, rubbing their nipples against.
Anyway, so Thade is now just shooting wildly, and it's not doing anything, and everybody has their moment to be like, Spock, you were my brother, but instead give him the middle finger. It's all wonderful.
Did
And
they give him the middle finger?
no,
Oh,
not
okay.
literally,
That
but
was- because that could happen for all I know.
it should. I was waiting for it with HBC because she just does the hand thing up against the window. I was waiting for her to just, but
But anyway, so
Thade is just crying in a corner.
yeah,
now.
much like Pericles, the astronaut monkey who limped off back to his little cell to sulk.
And die.
We see
From his internal
General Thade
ruptures.
crawls underneath the counter and is basically sucking his thumb and having a tantrum under there. And Mark Wahlberg goes and scoops up Pericles, and he's like, "You're all right, buddy, right?" And he's like, "No,
Not really. I'm done. But he's like, sure, whatever, buddy. So they go outside, and he, I guess, just kind of decides like, fuck it, I'm leaving everybody else here. I'm getting in the pod and going home. The hell with you.
Fuck all you guys, I'm out."
Yeah,
He leaves the monkeys.
yeah, including you,
You owe
Pericles.
this monkey your allegiance.
It's your pod, and you saved my life, but fuck 'em. Fuck yeah.
I don't know how long it's going to take before they figure out you're just a dumb monkey, but...
We all died trying to save you, but now, fuck you.
Yeah.
Anyway, he makes out with a monkey woman. He makes out with a woman.
So he's leaving. It's
Yeah.
time for old Marky Mark to get back to his funky bunch. But first, he goes up to Helena Bonham Chimper in her freaking Wolverine chop sideburns. And he's like, yes, say words at me, and then I will put my mouth upon your mouth.
Oh my god, I just realized she kind of looks like if Wolverine and Jubilee had a kid.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah.
And so he just right on the mouth, and he gets his mouth.
Yeah, well,
full of, like,
first
mushed
he
up mango
strokes
and
her
shit.
cheek, and she makes like she's about to kiss his hand, and then he's like, "Oh no!" and
Or she
grabs
wasn't
her.
gonna kiss his hand. She was gonna start sucking his fingers.
She was gonna suck on his.
Well,
thumb,
yeah,
but-
that's that. Like when you give the little scratch on the jaw for a dog or something, like just nuzzle in there, and then he's like,
so she was gonna kiss. His
"I got
hand,
something better."
And and he's like, "Oh no!" and he like fucking pulls her monkey mouth right in for a big smoocher.
And so then he looks over and he sees the human girl.
And she's just like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
I don't have a kink. I'll make out with you.
He looks over at the Victoria's Secret model and is like, I guess I gotta say goodbye to this bitch too. So he goes over to her, and she's like,
My bro, I don't want you to think I'm into monkeys or nothing.
you are the only eligible bachelor on this planet. I am going to make my move because otherwise the human race is going to die. And so she kisses him, and then he's like, okay, thanks, gotta go, bye.
Yeah. She also weirdly is like, maybe you'll come back, and he's like, I don't think you get how this shit works, bro. I don't know how this works. But he gets in the pod and flies off.
It's awful.
Heads back to the storm. Where the computer controls out of
Zappy
what-
zappy.
Science.
Somehow gets through, heading back to Earth. Everything seems fine.
And he's heading
He
for
heads
Washington.
straight for Washington
Yeah, he's-
for reasons.
Straight
I had
to-
already purged this.
Yeah, she headed straight for Washington D.C. Not like Cape Canaveral, not like anywhere like that. It would make sense to land
Right.
a spacecraft.
Right.
Wyoming,
Not even
maybe.
an airport. Not
Yeah,
even the
nope.
D.C. airport.
Or like the ocean.
Yeah.
No,
No.
he's just headed straight for fucking the center of D.C.
I gotta tell the president firsthand, bro.
Yeah,
going
and so they're like,
straight
"You
to
don't have authorization to land," and it's like, "I don't care.
Which-
I can't control this shit."
Which also weirdly, I believe those signals saying you don't have authorization to land start to come in as soon as he hits the atmosphere, which I don't even know what the fuck that's about.
Well, I mean, if he entered the atmosphere like right over D.C., like they would have seen him coming.
I guess, but like I don't know. I don't know. It just seems weird that
Yeah.
like someone in DC was like, "Oh, sun just entered our atmosphere. We
Yeah.
should contact them."
Yeah,
Like,
he
all
would
right.
have gotten like one warning, and then he would have been fucking blown out of the fucking sky.
Yeah. But yeah, so of course he crashes it in the mirror.
Lincoln
No, what is the
Memorial.
mirror pond? What it fuck?
Yeah, the reflecting
Reflecting
pond
pool. Thank you.
by the Washington Monument,
Yeah.
and then it crashes into the stairs of the Lincoln Memorial.
Yes.
Except, bum bum bum.
Yeah.
Ape Lincoln.
Oh.
Which weirder than that, it's not just Ape Lincoln.
It's Thade.
It's Thade.
It's in memory of General Thade.
Which brings up a lot more questions. So, like, if you're wondering where you have a sequel, I guess it's there. Because I guess then Thade got out and killed everyone?
Apparently.
No, it was just the new civilization that arose after the events that he just left.
So you're telling me that large group that all agreed, fuck Thade, he sucks.
Right.
We're going to work together, apes and humans.
Yep.
Walked out and then just I don't know, 5 feet away said, actually, you know what? Fuck all that. I think Thade was right and just
fuck
turned
it.
on each other.
There was
and-
another political schism,
Yeah, they thought about it for a minute.
and
Like,
and
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
And again, either way has questions, also including so ape civilization evolved from that point on, I guess, to be almost identical to humans, to the point where, for whatever reason, Thade is wearing the same clothes as Lincoln. It's got the same statue. We still have a Washington Monument in the background, which I guess is to...
You're putting way too much stock in what was simply probably the only storyboard Tim Burton actually made for this
It's
film.
true. That's true.
It's gotta be a monkey at the Ape Memorial. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
And all the apes are cops, and they're all the police.
Well, yeah, I think
apes,
the real point is to not be like, oh, this is how I tell you it's kind of different but the same, which is, whereas the old one was, oh, we went far into the future and this was Earth, but we fucked it up. We destroyed everything and monkeys rose to power. Whereas this is, oh, we fucked up. We sent people back in time, which changed our future, so monkeys rose to power, but it was still Earth the whole time.
But if I also remember the sequel of the original Planet of the Apes, which was like Return to the Planet of the Apes or whatever, it did take place in a contemporary Earth setting where it was all monkeys in police officers' uniforms driving taxis and
it was great.
no, one of them did. One of the
That's
original
entirely
ones.
possible. Because there were a few, but the sequel, I believe, was just kind of a rehash where they sent another dude after Charlton Heston's character. He landed on the planet, whatever went through, monkeys have power and whatever. And yeah, I think Rob alluded to this before, where basically they found out this thing that they were, everyone thought was. It's kind of like this, where like there was that spaceship or whatever, and they thought this is our big holy thing, but it turned out to just be a big fucking bomb, and they just blew up the planet.
Hey Johnny, do you want to be in my monkey movie? Oh, you're busy. Well, I mean, I guess. Good luck with that pirate thing. I don't think he's gonna want to see that.
Nobody's into pirates.
No,
That's
come be in
not-
the monkey film.
Blackface enough. Oh wait,
What?
Johnny Depp. Because he's got that thing with, he likes to do, like with the Lone Ranger and stuff where he's a little dicey. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm just saying he makes some weird choices with his
Well,
stuff.
I think whether it's true or not, I think he thinks he's part Native American.
There you go.
Anywho,
Yeah. No, I love Johnny Depp, but he does make some weird choices.
He's just
Yeah,
a
but
dirty Spaniard.
That's what makes him Johnny Depp.
so
I'd
yeah,
poop in his sheets any day.
that's Planet of the Apes.
Is that the movie? All right, cool.
Yeah, that's the movie. We get Mark Wahlberg being arrested at the Lincoln
It's a
Fade
real
Memorial.
banana
Roll
rama.
credits.
And roll they do. And Deep Roy played a little chimp girl
And Gorilla Kid.
and a gorilla kid. The one that beat his chest probably and called her a
Probably.
human lover.
Probably.
That would make sense.
Yeah.
Which may or may not have also been the little one that took a picture of him at the end there.
Who knows?
Anyway.
Could be all the above. No Warwick Davis though. I'd like to see Warwick Davis as a chimp breaking a 10-year-old boy's back with his bare chimp hands. His big, meaty Warwick Davis hands.
Yeah, that and his face are like the two things that are like
Just real big.
person
Yeah,
sized. Big person sized instead of little person
He's
sized.
got a. And that's why he killed. And also, he bangs his wife.
All right,
in that
Rob,
movie.
let's wrap it up.
I don't know what Tony's doing.
Tony,
That's-
I'm waiting for you to shut the fuck
the end
up.
of the
What's
movie.
that Rotten Tomatoes?
Yeah, what's rotten?
Oh my God.
What's rotten bananas say?
What's rotten besides this whole podcast? Well, critics gave on RottenTomatoes.com. Critics gave this a score of 43%. Audience gave this a score of 27%. That's their thought and opinion. What is you and yours? Dare I do this, Rob?
It's a rotten banana. I did not enjoy any part of this. I mean, okay, watching people dance around like little freaking apes on Broadway was cute for like a second. with the wire work and the nonsense. But it's garbage. This film is garbage. Yeah.
Okay. So you would not recommend it?
No. I
John.
I like the makeup effects were great. The costuming also, like I like the military outfits for the ape army. Aside from their helmets, their stupid pointy helmets. Although he does use one to impale a guy at one point, General Thade. So
I like that.
that was all right. At least you're using it for something useful. But yeah, aside from liking some of the visuals of it, overall, I did not really enjoy the experience of watching the movie and would not recommend it. Whether or not I'd recommend it over the original or not, I really can't say because I haven't seen the original in probably at least 30 years now. I can't believe I can actually fucking say that. I'm old. So yeah, and I have not seen any of the new reboot that came after this. It came out in 2011, I think the next one.
I believe so.
Yeah,
Those are
so
pretty good.
There was a 10-year gap there. So yeah, I'm not sure what I would recommend instead. Another movie with monkeys. I don't know.
All right. Well, I will say I agree. Like, this is one of those sad things where it seems like just about everything was...
Wait, I'm sorry, Tony. Sorry to interrupt. Watch Congo if you want to see another gross interspecies interaction.
Tickle Amy.
Tickle Amy. Tickle.
Lower. Lower.
All right. Sorry.
Paul Giamatti, bad gorilla.
Go ahead, Tony.
You can eat Amy's sesame
Don't touch
cake.
my sesame cakes.
Even though I'm pretty sure we already did not recommend Congo. But, yeah, so for this movie...
Watch Congo.
Watch Congo instead of this one, though.
Weirdly, all the elements seemed like they were in place for this to be good, but no. Like, again, I say Rick Baker with the makeup effects and everything, really good, but like most of the actors, all great actors doing a great job, aside from Mark Wahlberg. Really,
I don't know if I agree with that assessment. But.
You don't have to. That's fine. This is my opinion. But I think, yeah, for the most part, whatever. And like, I like Tim Burton often. I like a lot of his work. But again, as I stated before, he is now officially on my, he should not get properties because he does well with his own stuff, not so much with pre-existing stuff. So, yeah, I would not recommend this movie, and that's it. But I will say, I think better case, at least you and I can agree that the new, what was it, Rise of the Planet of the Apes?
Yeah, the Dawn of Rise of...
Yeah. Well, yeah, I was just more going with the first one because first, whatever.
Is it Dawn of the first one?
I don't think so. I think it was Rise. But
Oh.
that's what I was trying to remember.
I don't know.
Whatever. Watch those. The old ones probably still hold up, but it's been so long I can't say for sure. But the new ones are good.
Time
So
of the Apes. You can probably find it. The protagonist's name is Gay Bar. It's pretty great. All right, who's rolling? We gotta figure out who's doing the
I
next.
think I rolled this hot piece of monkey turd.
did. So was that
I
way?
think it was going this
So it
way,
would be Brick. But
Yep.
that. What did they give me? Where's it?
It's behind you. When was the last time I rolled? Oh, it should be on you. It's like right in your blind spot.
I know. That's the problem. All right. We got it. We got a dice here. We're going to roll a dice here. And we're going to get a 4.
Okay.
Which I believe is the same thing John rolled.
Yeah, I think that is.
All right, so it's gonna be 2018's Into the Spider-Verse.
Oh, all right.
So there you go.
Why do you not like good things?
Well, there you go, everybody. You can look forward
I
to
just
that.
saw it
All
not
right.
that long ago.
Let's see what we got next. Oh, it's your turn now. If you want to. Oh,
You do it, we're done. brief one. Guys, we want to thank you so much.
Yeah, for putting up with this terrible episode. If you made it to the end.
Yeah, terrible. It was great. We'll be back next time with Spider-Man.
Why we need
Spider-Men
some of our
and
people.
women.
Yeah.
Spider-them.
The spider, they, thems, into the Spider-Verse.
spider people. And things, I guess, yeah.
Except for that Ben Reilly, who sucks. That's it.
Yeah.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Good night, everybody.
Hey everybody, thanks so much for listening. If you enjoyed the episode, please subscribe, and if possible, leave a review. If you have questions, comments, or would like to sponsor an episode, email us at the4ampodcast@gmail.com. And if you want to support the show, you can buy a t-shirt, hoodie, and more at Teespring. Or gain access to exclusive content by becoming a patron at patreon.com/4ampodcast. Thanks again for listening. See you next time.